Hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. It has been a minute and I'm so excited to be getting back into some YouTube content. For those that don't know me, my name is Aid and I'm a fulfillment life coach. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to cultivate a better relationship with yourself. With the work that I do with my clients, I walk them through this fulfillment framework, which consists of 5 key pillars to creating your fulfilling life. And to kick things off, the first pillar is all about creating a relationship with yourself. So in today's video, I have 4 tips for you to cultivate a better relationship with yourself. This is coming from someone who used to put all of her self-worth into other people, into the achievements she did, into the work she was doing. And over time, I really have learned how to develop a better relationship with myself. And I fully love myself. I accept myself. I believe that I am good enough. And I really am just so proud of the work that I've done to cultivate that better relationship with myself. Hopefully, after watching today's video, you can walk away with some tangible steps as to how you can have a better relationship with yourself. The first step I'm going to recommend to cultivating a better relationship with yourself is getting to know yourself and really getting down to all of the things that there is about you and getting to know you and just laying it all out and seeing it for what it is. I tend to find a lot of the time with myself and also with my clients that we tend to be really hard on ourselves and we don't give ourselves a lot of credit for how we show up in our life because we just simply think that we're not doing enough or that we're not good enough. And these really are all beliefs that might have come from the environment that we're in or the people that we're surrounded by or the people we have in our life. And sometimes it's really just important to take a step back and recognize if no one's opinions mattered, who am I at my core? What are some of those qualities about me that I don't necessarily love, but I know that I have these qualities within me? I fully believe that everyone is enough, everyone is worthy, everyone is strong, and everyone is capable. And I will sing that from the mountaintops to let everyone know that. So really start to examine and get to know yourself for who you are and start to treat yourself like your own best friend, because at the end of the day, you are all you have. Now, if you are still unsure of how to get to know yourself better, you can always do some journaling. I tend to go on Pinterest and just type in like self-discovery journal prompts. That is one way to get really into, who you are and really start to become familiar with yourself. And you can almost imagine yourself like an avatar or like a Sims character, right? Who is that Sims character that you are today? How would you describe them? What do you wear? How do you act? How do you show up? What are some of those qualities that you have? What are those characteristics? What characteristics you have? What makes you a good friend? What makes you a good girlfriend, boyfriend? What are some of those things that make you you? Because you are so unique, and it is really important to get that understanding about yourself, because as you start to move through life, whether it be setting boundaries or applying to jobs, like getting to know yourself and having that understanding for yourself just allows you to show up in a more confident way, in a more sure way, and you're able to execute on some of these goals with a lot more impact and a lot more power because you are sure of who you are. Now, another way to get to know yourself that I have been really loving and getting into is human design. If you are unsure about what human design is, it really is a system that is designed to help you get to know yourself. It's pretty similar to astrology in the sense that you put your birth time, your birth location, and your birth date, and then you get a chart and you get a roadmap essentially of how to work with the energy that you have, a better way to understand yourself. There are 5 types that are within human design that each person in the collective falls under. So I'm a generator, and one of the things about generators is that we have this life force energy. And when we are doing things that light us up in this world, that impacts and empowers other people as well. So for example, outside of my life coaching, I am a festival content creator. I absolutely love going to festivals, and I've cultivated a whole brand around me going to festivals. And I get so lit up about going to festivals, and that's just transpired into a lot of abundance and success and opportunities because I found something that really lit me up and I got really excited and have dove more into it. And so that's just an example of that. And there's 5 different types. Generator is one of them. And then there are a couple other ones. And I highly recommend, if you are not familiar with human design, to get into it because it's so helpful and it's been so validating as I've been stepping more into my design and embodying it more and more and making some of these tweaks. it has allowed me to get to know myself a lot better and also learn how to work with the energy that I possess. And it's just been really cool. I've done a whole podcast episode about human design that I will link down below for you guys, and I'll also link it up here for you guys. But I highly recommend it. It's definitely a great way. But you can also take personality tests. Like, you can do all these different tests and assessments to really start getting to know yourself and also start to treat that relationship with yourself like a best friend or like a partnership. And really start to see like, okay, how can I get to know myself better? And hopefully with some of these other steps and tips that can also help you to get to know yourself better as well. The second step to cultivating a better relationship with yourself is to start develop a habit or a routine that is dedicated to pouring into yourself. And what I mean by this is if your morning routine currently looks like you roll over, you grab your phone, you're scrolling on TikTok, then you get ready for work and you go to work, and you did not dedicate any of that time to pouring into you, then that could be something to evaluate and to look at. Whether you need to carve out some time to journal, to say some morning affirmations, to do a morning workout. It's really important to carve out time with yourself and to really spend some time pouring into you. Right now, I have a 4-hour morning routine, and honestly, it's been the best just to have this time to pour into myself before I'm about to go pour into everyone else's cups and make sure that their cups are full. It's really important to make sure that your cup is full and that you are not pouring from an empty cup. So really start to develop some habits or some routines that can be beneficial for this self-love and self-discovery and self-care and all of these things to really start to take care of yourself and really start to nurture yourself. You know, when we take care of our body, when we take care of our mind, it helps us to feel good. And then we are able to go after some of these goals that we want to do and really create the life that we want. But it's important to treat yourself like you're a Lamborghini or like you're a very expensive handbag, right? Treat yourself as if you are a luxury item. And if you had that luxury item, what would you do to take care of yourself? And I find that when we develop these habits and these routines and get us feeling good, it just only is going to impact us as we move forward. And we learn to respect ourselves more and to take care of ourselves more. We take more pride in ourselves. And I really do think that helps us cultivate a better relationship with ourselves. The third step is going to be try new things and experiences. I find that when I go out and do something that feels uncomfortable, or I'm going out in a new environment, or I travel, I always walk away surprising myself, or I learn something about myself. When you challenge yourself and you put yourself in a situation to get uncomfortable, you really do learn. You really do learn a lot about yourself. Even if you fail or make a mistake, you learn about that in the process of why you might have made a mistake or how you might have failed. So whatever you can do to really challenge yourself, maybe you put together a bucket list of things that you've been wanting to do, but you've been too scared to do. Or maybe you even just start out small by taking yourself out to dinner or going and doing some solo activity by yourself, going to the park and doing your self-discovery journal prompts. You know what I mean? It can be really uncomfortable, but if you're just planning on staying inside and, you know, staying comfortable and not doing anything, you don't really learn about yourself while you're scrolling on TikTok or while you're watching TV. You learn more about yourself by going out and living your life. So it's important to build some time into your weeks to set aside some time for new things to do. And I'm not telling you need to go like travel the world or need to go do a bunch of things every weekend, but do a couple of things here and there, and you just never know. I've recently embraced an alcohol-free lifestyle, and I feel like I've learned so much about myself and my ability to be in social situations without alcohol that I didn't really think about before. I'm not going out to the bars and just like being awkward or anything like that. I use my discernment as to what places and environments I want to be in if I'm not drinking. But I've really learned a lot about myself in this process of embracing an alcohol-free lifestyle. And I've challenged myself to put myself out there. And I've learned a lot about myself in the process. And it's allowed me to have more love and compassion towards myself as I try new things and challenge myself and things like that. So whatever you can do to really challenge yourself and to try out new things, whether it be food or go try out new hobbies, different activities, like put yourself in a yes era and just start saying yes to these things. You're going to discover more about yourself, which is then going to help the relationship you have with yourself. And then the final step I'm going to recommend, which there's so many steps and tips we can go into. There's definitely can be more parts to this, but give yourself some credit and find ways to hype yourself up. Start becoming your number one cheerleader. And you can do that through all of the steps I just listed before. Well, as you're getting to know yourself, you can hype yourself up through that process. As you're building some type of self-care routine or filling your cup up routine, you can integrate some of these things to give yourself credit, to express gratitude towards yourself, to have some affirmations handy for you, and to do some of these things that have you feeling really good all along the way. Give yourself more credit. You are human. You are doing the best you can. And I'm sure you are an amazing human, and you deserve to see that in yourself because I see it in you too. And find ways to hype yourself up. You know, you had a good workout, and, you know, give yourself some hype, give yourself some love. It's not selfish. It's not being egotistical or narcissistic or anything like that to be hyping yourself up. If you're expecting other people to do it for you, you need to give that to yourself first. If you are constantly looking for external validation or external appreciation, whatever it may be, you have to start with giving that to yourself first, because if you are waiting around for other people to give it to you, you could be waiting around forever. So you might as well give that energy to yourself and appreciate yourself more, hype yourself up, express gratitude towards yourself, and just go easy on yourself and give yourself some of that self-compassion. Having compassion for yourself just allows you to be kind to yourself, as well as being able to do that for others moving forward as well. So just to recap, how to cultivate a better relationship with yourself. The first step is going to be getting to know yourself. The second one is going to be cultivating some habits or routines to better serve and fill your cup up. The third one is going to be going out and trying some new things and experiencing your life. Start giving yourself more credit and hyping yourself up, because you are an amazing human, you're an awesome human, and you're so worthy of having a great relationship with yourself and creating a beautiful and happy and fulfilling life. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to stick around for some more life fulfillment tips. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!